Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. Hard to believe. I guess it's technically. Summer doesn't start for another week or so, right? I start losing track. We start celebrating summer after Memorial Day, so really, summer's not here yet, but it sure feels. It's been 90 degrees so much. And yeah, I know, global warming, all that kind of stuff. It's not even that, though. One thing I've noticed as I've gotten older, my body doesn't handle the heat like it used to. God, I remember as a kid, I'd go to basketball camp. I'd ride my bike across town to basketball camp in my shorts and my t-shirt. I wouldn't even take an extra pair of, socks or anything like that. I may change my shoes. I may take, an extra pair of shoes, but I don't think even I did that. That'd be hard to believe, though. They'd let me on. Anyway, and you just, man, you'd get hot. And back in the day, it's not like gymnasiums were air conditioned. Back in the olden days, we played in gymnasiums that had crank-open windows. And, ooh, those things would get hot. They'd get hot in the middle of a dead winter when you start putting people in there. And with basketball camp for 2 or 3 hours a day, you're just playing basketball and sweating up a storm. I don't remember if we had towels. I'm sure I had to bring a towel with me. I know I brought my gym bag and attached my gym bag to the bike in some way, shape, or fashion. Not in a basket necessarily, but I know I strapped it on, or maybe I didn't. Again, these little details that you forget. But I know now, if the air conditioning isn't set right in the house, I'm sweating. Heck, I've had air conditioning problems, or my air conditioning compressor in the car went out a couple of 2-3 years ago, and I need to get it replaced. Now, it's expensive. It's like going to be $800 to repair. Don't want to spend the money, number one. Don't want to buy a new car, number two. But no, I need to get around it. Because, especially in the videos, I can't roll down the windows. You wouldn't be able to hear me in the noise, even the microphone on, but just to keep the noise out. So I find myself dealing with the heat a little bit more. And while I can deal with heat, I'm used to heat. I grew up in a family, like I said, didn't have central air conditioning growing up, so we had a lot of fans. That was even before ceiling fans were a big deal. A lot of box fans laying around the house, and you just lay in front of the box fan. Or every now and again you get lucky and you'd have a room, one of those room air conditioners, and you'd enjoy that. But again, my parents to this day rarely use air conditioning. I think we turned on the air conditioning back in March. Well, yes, I've gotten softer. Part of it now is old age. Part of it now is being up there where your body just doesn't have the stamina it used to. I look back at the amount I used to ride my bicycle to school around town, back before I had a car, and just think of the miles I put on my bicycle. I would literally wear out tires, not from horsing around, but from just riding my bicycle so much. I don't even know how many miles you got to put on a bicycle tire. Most car tires, depending upon alignment and things like that, if you get 60, 80,000 miles out of a tire before it has some big issue, it's great. And the technology now is amazing when it comes to tires. But with bicycles, and I'm not even just talking the inner tube blowing up, I'm talking you were literally wearing off the rubber from the tires because I was on those bicycles so much. I look back at that and shake my head and go, who was that kid? I didn't sweat a lot as a kid. It just, the way my body was built. My mom doesn't sweat a lot. You can be warm, but you're not sweating profusely. My dad's always sweat a lot. Now I always sweat. I wouldn't say I sweat a lot, but I'm always just uncomfortable to the heat. And I haven't looked at the temperature to say, is it any warmer than what it used to be? Sure, I live in Nashville, and back in my youth, I lived in, Virginia Beach, fairly far south. And it wasn't like I lived clear, close enough to the ocean to get ocean breezes. But it just didn't seem as bad then. Man, hot, hot, hot. I'm just sweaty talking about it. First world problems. Back next week, another Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, still the home to the videos. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. Like, comment, share, tell a friend, all those kinds of things. Let us know you're watching, let us know you stopped by, and even if you don't want to, thank you for doing it. Thank you for making it this far in the video. I get a click, I get a check mark on a 30-second play, even versus now an over 4-minute play, so I'll take it either way I can. I like it when you do watch to the end. I should do prizes at the end. Interesting thought. Back next week. See you.